Hello, everybody.
There you go.
I'm going to give everybody a second to get in here. I had to finish the other video so it'll be ready to put on YouTube. I messed up the last video that we did on Tuesday, so I didn't want to do that again today. So it took me a second to jump on in here. We'll give everybody just a second to get in. We'll give it another few minutes. All right.
No, get out of my class.
Okay, Mason.
All right.
Get out of
You may have to sit here so they can see you.
Hello, everybody. We're going to give it just a minute. We're going to give it just a minute because I had to convert the other class that I just did to an MP4 file. So that's why it took me a second to start this class up. So I'm going to give it just a second, and we'll be ready to roll here in just a minute. I'm going to let everybody kind of get in. So I didn't mean to start right at 2 o'clock.
Yes, but
It's great to see everybody. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. And if you're wondering why I did not put the Tuesday's class on YouTube, it's because I forgot to convert it to an MP4 file. So I'll make sure I do that today. So that's why Tuesday's class is not on YouTube. That was my fault. I had some technical difficulties.
yes. Yeah.
I hope everybody's doing okay at home. I hope y'all are reading lots of books and playing board games and Dungeons and Dragons, or, you know, I know you're not watching YouTube all day, right? Just kidding.
I'm kind of watching YouTube all day.
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Playing on the PlayStation?
Oh, we don't have that. We have an Xbox, but it doesn't really.
Okay.
Good, but all the games on it.
All right, guys, we're going to give it about another minute or so, and then we're going to start class. Like I say, it took me a minute to convert that YouTube file, but we're fixing to start class here in about 1 minute.
And then sometimes I've noticed, like one time I didn't want to get anything, and she bought me something anyway. She's like, "It's sitting there for you," and I was like, "Okay, thanks." Like I just looked at her, and I just didn't take it. I was like, "I'm not doing that." Here. Or just 5 o'clock. Should I bring it up or not even mention it?
I wouldn't even.
I mean, I feel like I want to bring it up because the whole reason for this meeting, she probably thinks it's about what we're going to do now. But what I want to bring up is how crazy she's been acting lately. And I feel like I need to
All right, let me figure out here why it's not letting me go back to this view. Hang on one second, guys. Hang on. I can't get it to. It looks like I'm one of the participants in the class, but it's not.
I've got to cut it.
I think you have to mute everybody else.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, we're on. All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Taekwondo class in the era of the coronavirus here. I, of course, am Mr. Ligon, and it is Thursday. It is April the 16th, and this is for the green belts, the purple belts, and blue belt class. And I'm glad that you guys have joined us this week. This is week number 4 of the testing cycle, and so we're going to focus a lot today on stancing. However, you should already have your pattern pretty much well memorized, and we're really going to focus on just some of the things that will be coming up with our up-and-coming testing. We're not sure yet because the government is going to, update us day by day. We're going to find out when our testing date is going to be and where it's going to be, and we don't know that yet because of the strange times that we live in. But testing will either be at a gymnasium like normal, or it'll be at Taekwondo University here in Olive Branch, or more than likely it'll probably be on the internet, just like we're doing a class here today. So we'll keep you posted on that, but make sure that you train hard and make sure that you keep practicing at home because testing is going to occur. So, okay, here we go. Let's bow in, face the front, cheery up, Kinye. All right, let's warm up our bodies here for a little bit. Jimmy, first thing we're gonna do is let's all get into a middle stance. Our pattern of Joong-Gun has about 4 different stances, and I don't think the middle stance is really a part of it, but this is a great stance to warm up our bodies in. It should be double shoulder width apart, and make sure your feet are pointed forward, not off to the side. And we're gonna do some back fists, okay? So chamber right here, and when I count, we're gonna back fist. You don't wanna go all the way to the side. You wanna just kind of go maybe like to the corner of your home, all right? Or excuse me, I'm doing outer form block. Back fist, all right, ready? 1, back fist, chamber, 2, chamber, and really kind of raise your body up a little bit and then drop into that stance as you back fist, okay? 3, make sure your other hand's on your belt, chamber, and 4, chamber, 5, back fist, really hit this guy, man, hit this bad guy hard, right on the temple, chamber, and 5, chamber, and 6, chamber, 7, chamber, 8, chamber, 9, and chamber, and 10. All right, now we are going to do pole blocks. So in the pole block, which is also in your pattern, it's real easy to kind of remember this little trick. Make 2 little C's with your hands, and the one that you're going, the direction you're going in, put that one down. Put that on your belt, down. And the one that's not the direction you're going in, point it up. Okay, so we're going to start going this direction and we're going to pole block. Ready? 1, pole block. Now make sure it's not close to your head because this guy's got a bow staff. He's going to hit you in the head with it. So you want your arms to be away from your head and out. Ready? Chamber, 2, chamber, 3, chamber, 4, chamber, 5, chamber, 6, chamber, 7, chamber, 8, chamber, drop into that stance, 9, and chamber, and 10. All right, now I want you to make an X and have your hands outwards like this, and we're gonna do some ridge hands. Make sure that your thumb is not to the side. That's a knife hand where you hit here. A ridge hand is where you hit right here, so you want to have your thumb tucked in, because if you try breaking a board with that and your thumb's out, you're gonna break your thumb, okay? So here we go, chamber and ridge hand block. Your thumb should be tucked in like this, like you're counting the number 4, only your fingers are together. Ready? 2, drop into that stance. Chamber, 3, chamber, 4, chamber 5, chamber 6, chamber 7, chamber 8, chamber 9, and last one. Let's make this one count. Let's make this one strong. And 10. And furrow. Very good. And shook. And Kenya. All right. I wanted to warm up our arms a little bit in our upper body. And of course, as the way the heart pumps, we always start with the upper body and then we eventually warm up our legs. So that's what we're going to do right now. And we're going to throw some kicks. Even though our pattern only has a few kicks, it's still great to practice all the kicks that Taekwondo has to offer. So guards up. Put your feet about shoulder width apart, about as wide here as your shoulders. Have your guards up, and we're just going to do some kicks. Y'all done this a million times before, but this is a great warm-up. Ready? 1, front kick in front of you. 2, front kick in front of you. 3, round kick to the side. 4, round kick to this side. Whoa, I'm tied up here. There we go. Round kick to the side. 5, hook kick to the corner of your house. 6, hook kick to the other corner of your house. 7, side kick right behind you. And 8, side kick right behind you. All right, let's do it again. Guards up. It's important to have your guards up. 1, front kick. 2, front kick. 3, round kick. 4, round kick. 5, hook kick. 6, hook kick. 7, side kick behind you. 8, side kick behind you. All right, one more time, guys. Feel that blood pumping? Feel your muscles stretching out. This is important stuff. You don't want to pull anything. All right, ready? Guards up. Here we go. 1, front kick. 2, front kick. 3, round kick to the side. 4, round kick to the other side. Got my headset here. Woo, this cord's getting caught on my gi. 5, hook kick to the corner behind you. 6, hook kick to the other corner behind you. 7, side kick directly behind you. And 8, side kick directly behind you. All right. And burrow and choke. Relax. All right. Very good, everybody. Very good. Now that we've taken a little bit of time, we've warmed up our upper body and our lower body. Today, we are going to work on Joong-Gun pattern, which has 32 moves, but we're going to focus a lot on stancing. So this pattern is kind of tricky in a lot of ways. It's got a lot of twists and turns. It's got a little just tricks to it that require a lot of detail. But today we're going to focus on how the legs give you your power and how this pattern operates involving stancing. So everybody face the front, put your feet together, and Chimbi. This is closed, ready position B. So it looks like you're holding a cup of hot chocolate and you're almost going to kind of pour it on yourself, like almost towards you. And then you take your left hand, you make the letter C, and you wrap it around it, and you want to hold it right about where kind of like your heart is, your solar plex. A little bit maybe in the lower area. All right, excuse me, it's not the chest area, it's lower. That's closed, ready position B. All right, ready? Bend your knees a little bit. And 1, ridge hand block in a back stance. This pattern has 4 stances. This is the first one, the back stance. 2, front kick. Reach your arms way out and step forward into a cat stance and block that front kick. 3. All right, chamber and ridge hand block. Front snap kick. Reach your arms way back. And 6, step forward and block that front kick. You should be making almost like a letter C with your hands. You're cupping the leg right there. Your toes should be up. Let me see if I can get back here far enough so you can see it. Almost like you're doing a front kick. You're right there. That's a cat stance. That's how that is the appropriate way to position your foot there. All right. 7, chamber and double knife hand block into a back stance, facing the front. You want to have a really good, powerful stance here, and the reason is because this next move you're going to shift into an elbow strike. Take your front leg and get into a front stance and shift into that elbow. 8, step forward and double knife hand block. Move your front leg. 9, shift into a front stance and elbow strike. 10, step forward and twin vertical punch. This is literally hitting the guy right on the side of the cheekbones, right here on his head, and whack right there on this, almost like he's as tall as you and your opponent is as strong as you. 11, step forward and twin upset punch. Hitting the guy right in the stomach as hard as you can. 12, you're going to take your front leg and take half a step and X block. 13, gather your feet together and back fist into a back stance. That's real easy to remember. A back fist is in a back stance. Now this guy just grabbed your arm, so you got to wrist release and get your arm back and shift into a front stance. Make sure it's a powerful front stance so you can get a good strong punch. 14, gather your feet together and back fist. Wrist release and shift and punch. Now you're going to take your front leg, which you should be in a front stance, and you're going to put it next to your other leg and step forward and double inner form block. You want this move to be low. So you're not way up here with it, you're down low because you're blocking a very strong kick from a really strong guy, and you're double inner form blocking that with both of your arms, okay? You should be in a front stance right here. Now take your front leg, shift, gather yourself, and punch into a back stance. This is not an elongated back stance, this is a regular back stance. Take your back leg, turning side kick, and land in another double inner form block, down low. Take your front leg and shift, and punch into a back stance. Take your back leg, turning side kick, and land in a double guarding block, like your free spawn. You should be in a back stance. Now, take your arms and raise them up. The right one should be high, the left one should be low, and step forward into a front stance and pressing block. Let me show you all what that looks like. So you're in your double guarding block here, your right hand is high, your left leg is low, and you shift into a front stance, and it's a concentrated move. Step forward and double guarding block with your right leg forward into a back stance. Take your left hand high, your right hand low, and step forward into a front stance and pressing block again, right in front of you. Take your back leg, put your feet together, which is our fourth stance in this pattern, and hook punch. Step forward with the right leg and pole block, and put your feet together and do the other side and pole block and yell, yeah! Both of these pole blocks are in a back stance. And burrow. All right. Close ready position B is the name of this position. And feet together and kinye. All right. Now, I'm going to have y'all do your pattern a couple more times, but I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit. We're going to kind of focus on some of these target areas. Because like I said, there's some really tricky stuff here in this pattern. All right. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the elbow strike. Okay. So everyone put your left leg forward into a back stance and double knife hand block. Now, stancing is very important in this pattern, and it's what we're focusing on this week. So I want you to take your front leg and shift it into that front stance when we do our elbow strikes, okay? I mean, really focus on your legs because your power is not really coming from your elbow. It's coming from the way you go from a back stance and shifting it into a front stance, okay? So let's try it. Knife hand, double knife hand block. All right, ready? Take your front leg and one, shift and elbow strike. Step forward and double knife hand block. Now your right leg should be forward into a back stance. Ready? And shift into that front stance and elbow strike. Let's do it a couple more times. Step forward with your left leg, double knife hand block. Take your front leg and shift into that elbow strike. Step forward and double knife hand block. And take your front leg and shift in that elbow strike. Very good, very good. All right, burrow. Back to Jim B. Now we're going to step and we're going to do a couple more of these. Now let's step into a back stance and back fist, just like in our pattern. Now I hope none of y'all ever have to actually use this, but this could very well happen in a lot of situations. This guy has just grabbed your hand. He has your hand. He's not letting go. So you can't just back fist and kind of go like this and then punch. You got to get your hand back. So let's give it a try. Back fist. All right, ready? wrist release. Get your hand back from that guy and shift and punch. The shifting, once again, from a back stance to a front stance is where all this power is going to come from. All right, now take your front leg, take half a step, and back fist into a back stance. Once again, this guy's got your hand. So ready, go. Get your hand back and shift into that punch. Let's do it again. Let's start on this side, the left side, just like in your pattern. So put your left hand out in a back fist. Or actually, let's chamber. Chamber, and go, back fist. Now this guy's just grabbed your hand. Get your hand back and shift and punch. Take your front leg, take a half step, and back fist this guy. He just grabbed your hand. Get your hand back, go, and shift and punch. All right, let's do that one more time because it's important to make this stuff real, because Taekwondo is real, but you have to practice that way so that if you ever have to use it, you would practice it the way that it's designed to be. So here we go. Chamber, left leg forward into a back stance, and go, back fist. Now get your wrist back and shift and punch right into the solar flex. Take 2 steps, back fist. You just grab your arm. You got to get your arm back, guys. Ready? Go. Get your arm back and shift and punch. Very good. All right. Burrow. And choke and Kinye. All right. Now we're going to do our pattern again on count. And then I'm going to watch you guys do it, and we're going to incorporate some of these drills into it, okay? But make sure that whenever you're doing your double knife hand block, you really shift into that front stance, and make sure that after you get your hand back from that back fist, you shift into that front stance when you punch your enemy, your opponent, okay? Very important stuff, and that's where all your power comes from. Here we go, Joong-Gun pattern. On my count, Jimmy. Ready? 1, ridge hand block into a back stance. 2, front kick and chamber. 3, step forward into a cat stance and grab that front kick. 4, turn and ridge hand block. Front snap kick, reach back and step forward and grab that front kick. 7, turn and double knife hand block. Here we go, guys. And 8, shift into that elbow strike. Step forward and double knife hand block. And 10, shift into that elbow strike. Step forward into another powerful front stance and twin vertical punch. Right to the side of this guy's cheekbones. And 11, step forward, yeah, and double upset punch, right in the stomach. Move your front leg. Let me scoot back here a little bit. Move your front leg, take 2 steps, 1, 2, and X block. Gather your feet together, chamber, and back fist. Now get your hand back, go, and shift and punch. Move your front leg, take half a step, and back fist. He's got your hand, guys. Get your hand back and shift and punch. Now move your front leg, because we want to start on the same spot that we began at. We want to end on the same spot we began our pattern at. So take your front leg and marry it to your back leg. That means put them together. Chamber and step forward into a front stance and double inner form block down low. Gather your feet and shift into a back stance and punch. Take your back leg and turning side kick and step forward and double inner form block into a front stance. Real strong front stance. Gather your feet together and shift and punch into a back stance. Take your back leg, turning side kick, and double guarding block like you're free sparring. Shift, put your right hand high, your left hand low, and pressing block. Step forward, put your feet together, and step into a back stance and double guarding block. Put your left hand high this time, your right hand low, and shift into a front stance and pressing block. Take your back leg and put it to your other leg and hook punch. Put your hands on your belt. We're going this way, so this hand that makes the letter C is down. The other hand is up. Ready? Step forward to a back stance and pole block. And put your feet together and pole block the other direction and yell, yeah! Joong-Gun, sir. And burrow, back to close ready position B. and choke and kinye. Very good, everybody. Very good. There's 32 moves in this pattern, and now that I've done it twice on count, what I'm going to do is we're going to do another little drill here to kind of help you with this pattern a little bit, some of the trickiness in here, and then I'm going to watch you do it on count one time, and then we'll do it another time or two after that, and we'll get to something else, okay? All right, so here's something I want y'all to do. Step forward with your left leg in a back stance and double guarding block. Okay, I'm going to face you this time so you can see it. All right, ready? Reach your hands out, and this is another opportunity in this pattern to where we go from a back stance and shifting into a front stance. It happens 3 times. It happens with that elbow strike, it happens with that back fist, and it happens here with this pressing block. So, and it all comes from the stancing and the power from going from the back stance to the front stance. So you got to make strong stances, especially in Joong-Gun. So put your double interform block up, or excuse me, double guarding block, and take your front leg, raise your right hand up, raise your left hand down, take your front leg and shift into a front stance. And it's almost kind of like you got 2 palm heels. And you're gonna make your hands come together slowly. And now the left hand is up and the right hand is down. Step forward, double guarding block, and take this front leg and shift into a front stance. Your left hand is up and your right hand is down, and shift into a pressing block here. 1 up, 1 down. All right, let's do that again. All right, so double guarding block in a back stance, and we're going to shift into a front stance. So right hand up, left hand down, and shift and pressing block. Now your left hand is up and your right hand is down. Now take a step forward, double guarding block, put your left up and your right down, and shift into that front stance and pressing block. All right, everybody. I just kind of wanted to work on that just for a second, just because, once again, there's lots of little tricks in this pattern. Okay, so let's see your pattern on count, and I'm going to watch you guys do it, okay? So, Jim B, closed ready position B, Joong-Gun pattern, 32 moves. I'm going to pull up here so I can check you guys and girls out. All right, ready? 1, ridge hand block. 2, front kick and a back stance. 3, step forward and grab that front kick in a cat stance. 4, turn to the other side and ridge hand block. The ridge hand of your, right here in your hand. 5, front kick and reach back behind you. 6, step forward and grab that front kick. 7, turn towards the front and double knife hand block. We got to have a good powerful shift here. Ready? 7, shift into that elbow. And step forward and double knife hand block. And 8, shift into that elbow into a front stance. And 9, step forward and twin vertical punch. Right on the side of this guy's cheekbones, right there, boom. And 11, step forward, yeah, twin upset punch, right in the stomach. And 12, move your front leg, take 2 steps, or half a step, and turn it X block towards the back. 13, get into a back stance and back fist. And make sure your hand is up like this, like you're holding a cup of hot chocolate. You don't want to have it like this. That's an outer form block. That's a back fist. All right. So if somebody's just grabbed your hand, get your hand back and shift in a real strong front stance and punch. Move your front leg, take half a step, turn to the other side and back fist. You should be in a back stance. Back fist is back stance. And shift your arm and reverse punch. Now take your front leg and put it to your back leg, chamber, and double interform block. And shift and get into a back stance and punch. Take your back leg and turning side kick and land in a double interform block. Gather yourself together and punch and land in a back stance. Take your back leg and turning side kick and land in a double guarding block. All right, here we go, guys. Take your right hand up and your left hand down and shift into that front stance and pressing block. Step forward, double guarding block. You should be in a back stance and shift into that front stance and pressing block. Now your right hand is up and your left hand is down when you finish. Take your back leg, put your feet together, and hook punch. Step forward into a back stance and pole block. And put your feet together and pole block the other way into a back stance and yell, yeah! Joong-Gun, sir. All right, very good, everybody. And burrow, back to close ready position B. And show, relax. All right. Very good. It looks like somebody has raised their hand. I, of course, am going to answer all of the questions here at the end. But let me see if I can. Let me see. Hopefully I didn't click the wrong button. Let's see. No, doesn't look like anything. Okay, never mind. All right. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll see if you guys have any questions right now. Well, let me just unmute y'all because it looks like some of y'all may have some questions. Hang on a second. Let me hit the right button here. Let's see. All right, everybody. Does anybody have any questions on their pattern right now? We're still going to do it a few more times, but is anybody confused on
I do
something?
not know who. It was just laying down right here, Mom. It was just laying down right in here. I know.
If anybody has any questions on their pattern so far, feel free to raise your hand, and I can answer them for you. All right, it looks like we're okay. All right, let's get back to it.
I can't unmute myself.
No one's muted. There's still 3 people muted.
I still have 3 people muted? Oh, okay.
Unmute them. Unmute.
Oh, stop.
It says they're all unmuted, so.
Not everyone's unmuted.
Do you have a question, Jonas? Yeah, there you go. That was on their end, yeah. You have a question, Jonas?
Wait.
Okay, guys. If there's no questions, we're going to get back to it, okay?
Wait,
I'll mute myself.
I got a question.
Yes, what is your question?
I got a question.
Yes.
There's 2 turning sidekicks, right?
There are 2 turning sidekicks in this pattern. Yes, there are.
Okay. That's how my brother doing.
Every single thing in Joong-Gun pattern has a balance to it. So what you do to one side, you do to the other side, except for when you do the twin vertical punch, the twin upset punch, and then you take a half step and you X block. Those are the only moves that are kind of all by themselves, other than maybe the hook punch at the end. But everything else, if you pole block this side, you pole block that side. If you do ridge hand front kick and grab the front kick, you do the same thing to the other side. Everything is a total balance in Joong-Gun except for those 4 moves. So, but yes, there are 2 turning side kicks, and that's when you do double interform block, punch, and turning side kick. That's a good question. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to mute you again, and we're going to get back to it. All right. Okay, here we go. Joong-Gun pattern on your count. I'm going to watch y'all do it, okay? We're going to do it 2 times, and we're going to get to our kicking combinations. All right, ready? Jimmy. Close ready position B. And Joong-Gun pattern, go. All right, very good, everybody, very good. And burrow. All right, one more time, and then that's it. All right, you guys are doing really good. I'm looking for certain stuff, and like I say, this week is all about stancing, and we may have our testing online. So, I'm studying all of y'all and all y'all's moves, and I think those drills have really helped and really sculpting your pattern. So when you do your pattern this one last time, I want you to focus on your stancing. I want you to focus on all those 3 times where you're in a back stance and you shift into that front stance, both when you're in the double knife hand block into the elbow, both when you're in the back fist and you get your hand back, and then back whenever you're doing the pressing block. Okay? So here we go. Last time. Joong-Gun. Jimmy. Ready? The best you can. Go. All right. Very good, everybody. And burrow. Good job, y'all. All right. And show. And Kanye. Relax for a second. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Now we're going to go over our kicking combinations a little bit. And I know y'all know this stuff by now, but there's a lot of tricks to this stuff. And as you become a more advanced black belt and you start free sparring, you want to make sure that every single one of your kicks is the best you can be. So in combinations 4, 5, and 6, they're a little bit trickier because we got those spin kicks. All right. So the main thing that you want to do on my headphones here, the main thing that you want to do here is gather your feet after the first 2 kicks. That's probably the most important thing, and I'm fixing to show you why. So let's just start with, let's say, combination number 4. I'm going to face you, and I just want you to watch me for a second, okay? So on combination number 4, it's round kick, spin, heel kick. Well, obviously, you already know this by now. The first round kick goes to the solar plex, the second goes to the temple, and then the spin heel kick is all the way around. Now, you definitely don't want to block a spin heel kick. You probably heard me say that a million times, but if you ever see anybody get rocked by one of those things, you'll know really quick why that's definitely not something you want to do. Okay? So watch me real quick. Guards up. You're going to go 2 round kicks. You're going to go solar plex and head. 1, 2, and put your feet together, and it's almost like I've got my back to you. It's almost like you definitely don't want to turn your back to your opponent, but this is just to show you. I gather my feet together so that my head is straight up and down, and then I turn and spin all the way around with my spin heel kick. If you don't do that, if you don't put your feet together, if you throw your 2 round kicks and you put your foot over here to the side, let me get back here a little bit, and you put your foot over here to the side, then when you try to do your spin heel kick, you're not straight up and down. You're already leaning to the side, and your spin heel is going to look real wobbly, and it's not going to be powerful, and it's going to be dangerous because it's going to leave you wide open. So you definitely want to throw both your kicks, 1, 2, put your feet almost together, like shoulder width apart. And then now you're straight up and down, meaning like if there was a pole right here in the middle of my head. Then when I turn over this shoulder and look, I have a very balanced spin heel kick, okay? So let's try that, guys. Guards up. I'm going to do a couple with you, and then I'm going to watch you do some, okay? Ready? Combination number 4. Go. Round kick, spin heel. Make sure you don't break any lamps in your house, and make sure your younger brothers and sisters are not running behind you because you don't want to hit anybody with this kick. All right, guards up. Same side. Combination number 4. Go. Round kick, spin heel. All right, let's do one more on this side. Guards up. And go. All right, now let's go to the other side. I'm going to watch you guys do it. All right, ready? Combination number 4, go. All right. There you go. Let's do it again. Ready? Guards up. Round kick, spin heel. Go. All right. And last time. Guards up. And go. Round kick, spin heel. All right, something that I've noticed on y'all spin heel kicks, and this isn't too much, I'm not trying to be critical, but I'm just trying to help you to make your Taekwondo the best it can be. Make sure your leg is straight on that spin heel kick. Because if it's bent, it's going to be almost like a spin hook kick, but the power of the spin heels, it's almost like a helicopter blade. You know, I mean, this thing is just whirling around, and you're hitting with the heel of your foot, which is why it's a spin heel. So there's 2 things I want you to do when you do your spin heel kicks. I want you to straighten your leg. Don't have your leg bent when you do it. Make sure it's straight as an arrow, and make sure your foot is not up. That's a spin crescent kick. A spin heel kick is on the side, like a side kick. And you're hitting with this back part of the heel, and when that thing rips around, it is a knockout blow, okay? So let's try one more. Let's try a couple more here. Face me and do it, and guards up. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go round kick, spin heel. Make sure your leg's straight, okay? Ready? Go. All right, and hop chains. Let's do one more on this on the other side. All right, ready? Combination number 4, go. All right, very good, y'all. Just I wanted to give you those pointers to help you out on your combinations to make you the best spar that you can be. Okay, so combination number 5 is hook kick, round kick, spin hook. Now the hook kick is a powerful kick too. So, I mean, just because you bend your knee doesn't make it a weak kick, but the hook kick draws its power the way it does, and the spin heel does it the way it does. So I just wanted you to be perfect on each one of those kicks. So your hook kick is going to come in from the side, as you know, from your white through orange belt training. It comes in from the side, but that spin hook kick, when you kick, you're going to come all the way around with it, okay? So I'll show you here. So you're going to go hook kick, take the guard down, round kick to the head, and once again, gather your feet together, parallel, shoulder width apart. So it's almost like you've got a pole in your head. So you can, when you turn around, you have a very nice hook kick, okay? So let's try it. Left leg forward, guards up. Take the guard down with the hook kick, kick to the temple with the round kick, put your feet together, and then, or not together, excuse me, or put them next to each other, parallel, shoulder width apart, and then spin hook. All right, ready? Combination number 5, go. And then come all the way around back with it. So once you do the spin hook, kind of hold your leg and then take it all the way back behind you to your starting position, okay? Let's do 2 more. Ready? Combination number 5, go. And all the way back around. Combination number 5, go. All right, hop change. Now on the other side. Ready? Combination number 5, go. Go. I'm going to watch you guys. And one more on the side. Combination number 5, go. All right, very good, very good. Now, combination number 6. Side kick, round kick, spin, side kick. The side kick is going to go to the ribs. The round kick is going to go to the head. And the spin side kick is going to go to the ribs. So it's like low, high, low, okay? Guards up. Same thing. When you throw that side kick and you throw the round kick, put your feet next to each other, parallel, shoulder width apart, so that you're not wobbling. You're not bent over. You're not off to the side. You're straight up and down so you can get the most powerful side kick that you can, okay? So let's give it a try. Combination number 6. Guards up. Ready? Go. All right, let's try it again. Number 6, same leg. Go. All right. And last one on this side. Go. All right, everybody hop change. Let's finish strong, guys. Let's finish strong. We're doing really good today. I know it's a lot to cover. All right, ready? Combination number 6. Side kick, round kick, spin side. Go. And 2 more times. Ready? Go. All right, last one. Let's finish strong. Ready? Go. All right, very good, everybody. Very good. It's hard to keep your balance on combinations 4, 5, and 6. That's why the key to this is you gather your feet together so you're straight up and down before you spin, okay? Work on that, guys. And also, if you've got a buddy at home, work on your distancing. If you're too close to your partner when you're sparring, you're going to get all jammed up. If you're too far away, you're just kicking the air. So you want to judge the distance. You know, if you're throwing a side kick, your kick is longer than your arm. So you want to be able to get familiar with that distancing to your opponent. Okay? All right, y'all. Very good. If you have any questions, I'm going to unmute you and see if you guys have any questions for me, if anything involving our class today. Okay? Let's see. All right. Yes, Josh.
Oh, it's not my brother's computer froze up on him.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw where you were on one computer and he was on the other, and then both you guys were just kind of on the same computer. Yeah, I saw that. It's okay. Does anybody else have any questions?
What are you doing? Come on. Mama. And I'm trying to pick it up for you. Lettering on my computer.
I really appreciate y'all coming to the class today, and like I say, testing will be in a few weeks. So even though we're all at home with this crazy coronavirus, we are going to have testing, okay? And then when we have testing, we're going to mail you your belts. Yeah, so the mailman's going to bring you your new belt. So it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, guys, we're going to bow out real quick, and y'all did a really good job today. I'm very proud of y'all. And Grandmaster Roman's going to see this class, and he's going to see who participated, and you guys are going to get credit. And I appreciate you being with me today. All right. Very good job, Taekwondo students. Face the front. Cheery up. Yay. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Work on your spin. Work on your stance. Work on it.
Mr. Ligon.
Hi, guys.
Mr. Ligon.
Yes.
When's testing?
Nobody knows yet because we don't know if we're going to have testing here at Olive Branch, if we're going to have it in a gymnasium like normal, or if we're going to have it on the internet. So Grandmaster Bromley is still kind of watching the TV every day and seeing what the government says, and we're going to figure it out. But I will tell you that this is week number 4 in the testing cycle. So it'll be in a few weeks, but we're getting close.
Wait.
Hi, guys. See y'all next week.